Welcome to another wonderful week on the Jet Set. Jeanenne Tornatore is here with a summer travel preview.
And I've got the travel headlines that have us talking coming up on Here's This, powered by TravelPulse.com.
Plus, Dr. Caroline Robinson is here to discuss ways to protect yourself from the sun while still making the most of the season. All this and much more is about to take off. You're watching the Jet Set.
Welcome aboard. Are you ready to go? Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to travel, food, fitness, and everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. It's time to Jet Set.
Grab your knife and fork because we're about to serve up a plate full of travel news on this week's edition of Here's This, powered by TravelPulse.com. If Alaska State Senator Laura Reinbold plans to get around her constituency and the state capital to conduct official government business, she better not count on flying Alaska Airlines. Reinbold is officially banned from the airline. Quote, "We have notified Senator Laura Reinbold that she is not permitted to fly with us for her continued refusal to comply with employee instruction regarding the current mask policy," said Alaska Airlines spokesman Tim Thompson. And that's what Tim said to the Anchorage Daily News, adding that the suspension was effective immediately.
Is this forever?
At least for the foreseeable future. I mean, most airlines that are banning people for not wearing a mask, they say it's forever, but I'm sure when masks are not required, maybe. But the fact of the matter is, it's a state senator.
Yeah, well, the thing is like the rules keep changing, and if she would have waited like a week more, we would have been cool.
Well, okay, but the rules keep changing, like outside and like for going into business or whatever. But now, since the new administration has taken over, there is a government mandate that you must wear a mask on a plane. Period. The end. It's federal law.
And she was just like, nope.
And being a government employee, you would think you would know that.
Well, I also feel like it would kind of be hard to get around Alaska if you weren't on an airplane.
Well, and on Alaska Airlines.
And on Alaska Airlines.
I don't think there's many airlines. Yeah, I mean, they've got to be the only one
right?
that flies inside of the state.
So, what's she doing? How's
She better find herself, I don't know. A snowmobile?
I mean, listen, no one likes him. Nobody likes him. It's a thing.
I mean, no one's happy wearing the mask. No. We're only doing it because we have to. No. And you're doing it to protect yourself and the other people on the plane. And here she's just like,
ooh, this is going to be a hot topic. How important is SPF, and what should you consider when choosing sunscreens and moisturizer to protect your skin from the sun's rays? Dr. Caroline Robinson, dermatologist and founder of Tone Dermatology, is here to discuss ways to protect yourself from the sun while still making the most of the season.
Hi, welcome. Thank you for having me.
Why is it so important that we incorporate SPF into our daily routines?
Yeah, well, you hit it. You hit the nail on the head. We need to wear sunscreen because there are some very common skin changes that occur with chronic sun exposure, like dark spots, inflammation, wrinkles. But then we also use this as our primary form of protection against skin cancers. So sunscreen daily is going to be very, very important for those reasons.
What should we be looking for when choosing sunscreen?
Yeah, the most important thing to look for is that it's broad spectrum and it's at least SPF 30. And then beyond that, I tell people just find the sunscreen that you love, find something that you're going to want to wear because you need to be consistent with it to be protected. And a mineral sunscreen is actually a great choice for those with sensitive skin or with skin conditions that tend to be triggered by the sun. So I love to incorporate mineral sunscreens as well into my patients' routines. And most people are afraid of mineral sunscreens because they have had experiences where it's greasy or it is leaves a white cast or doesn't really blend into the skin. And so for that reason, I love Olay Regenerist Mineral Sunscreen Moisturizer with SPF 30 because this actually disappears evenly into all skin tones. It's fragrance-free and it's formulated with zinc oxide, which is an 100% mineral sunscreen filter.
How can we ensure maximum protection when applying?
We want to make sure that we're applying before we get into the sun. So at least 30 minutes before you go out, and make sure that you're applying the correct amount, a shot glass for the entire body actually, when you're going out. Don't wait until you're actually out and then apply because then you're not protected.
Where can viewers go for more information?
Visit Olay.com for more skincare and sun safe tips.
Thanks for joining us, Dr. Robinson.
Thank you.
Following many difficult months, appreciation for teachers is at an all-time high. To help celebrate and recognize all they have done and continue to do to inspire their students every day, Norwegian Cruise Line is relaunching its Giving Joy campaign, awarding 100 teachers across the U.S. and Canada with a free cruise and a chance at up to $25,000 for their school. Joining us now to discuss Norwegian's Giving Joy program is the Vice President of Communication and Events at Norwegian Cruise Line, Christine Da Silva. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So Christine, why is it more important than ever to celebrate our teachers?
Oh my gosh, the last 15 months have been incredibly difficult for all of us, as you know, and teachers included. You know, it's truly a profession under pressure, and these folks, they've worked harder than ever before. I think we all recognize that. So we felt it really important to bring back this award-winning campaign and give back a little bit to the folks that have been giving us a whole lot.
Now, you've discussed the inspiration behind Norwegian's Giving campaign. Who is eligible to participate?
Absolutely. Yeah. You know, we started this campaign because we see this intersection between travel and education. When you go out there and you see the world, you experience different people, different cultures, you eat different food, you hear different things, you become a different person. You start to recognize that you can do different and be different. And so we wanted to celebrate that. You know, teachers do that day in and day out for their students, for the communities that they're a part of. And so we wanted to make sure that they had a chance to see the world themselves. Super easy to participate. You just nominate a teacher that is deserving. You just go to nclgivingjoy.com. You fill out a little form, tell us why you deserve to win, and then you vote. And the teachers with the most votes, they get one of those 100 cruises that we're giving away, and they get a chance to win one of 3 grand prizes of $25,000, $15,000, and $10,000 that go directly to the schools.
That is amazing. Can you tell us one more time where we can go to nominate a special teacher in our lives?
For sure. It's nclgivingjoy.com. It's really fast and it's really easy.
Christine, thanks so much for sharing this with us. I'm ready for a cruise myself.
I am too. Thanks for having me.
Are you ready for summer travel? Well, Jeanenne Tornatore is here to give us a sneak peek at what's in store. That and much more is coming up right after a quick break. You're watching The Jet Set. I want to clone Nikki.
Well, no, there can only be one. Joining us today to talk about long COVID and how people are sharing their COVID journeys is Dr. Arkell Giorgio. Thanks for joining us. Dr. Giorgio, can you tell our viewers what is long COVID?
Long COVID is when COVID symptoms persist for longer than 4 weeks. It could last 8 weeks, 12 weeks. We know some individuals where their symptoms have lasted for longer than a year. The symptoms, the most common symptoms, are cough, chest pain, joint pain, fatigue, a brain fog that makes it difficult to concentrate. But actually, there can be over 200 different symptoms that people have. So the symptoms vary from person to person.
How is Caringbridge helping people with long COVID cope and heal?
We know from science that when you have a support system and meaningful relationships, that the healing journey is more positive. So we recognize that people with long COVID need this kind of support. And what we've done is we've used our Caringbridge platform and added resources to it specifically for people with long COVID. So on caringbridge.org/COVID, people can go to that site to do a few things. One is they can get the latest research studies on long COVID. 2 is that they can link into specialty sites that have been launched across the country to give people specialty care if they're not getting the best care that they feel comfortable with locally. 3, we've launched a survey that we really hope people will complete. And we are getting information about people's symptoms and experiences with long COVID. We'll be aggregating those results during the summer and releasing those publicly so that we can add to the science and the research around COVID. We link to the support groups that exist where thousands of patients with long COVID symptoms are sharing their experiences with each other. It's so important, especially with a new condition, to be talking to other people that have the same condition. And of course, you can build your Caringbridge site so that you can privately invite your family and friends to tell them what's going on with you and to share with them how they can support you.
Thanks, Dr. Giorgio. The combination of seasonal weather, pent-up demand, and continued widespread vaccination all point to summer 2021 as the beginning of the comeback of travel. And early search and booking data indicate it's going to come back in a big way. Jet Set correspondent and travel expert Jeanenne Tornatore is back with us today with the details we need to know. Jeanenne, those look like mountains behind you. Where are you today?
Well, I'm coming to you from Colorado Springs, which in 2020 was named by the New York Times as one of the top places to visit. And I'm here at the new U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Museum. And I have to tell you, this place is pretty amazing. It's 60,000 square feet of just interactive experiences that really celebrate all of our best athletes and the Olympic experience in general. There's 12 galleries here that you can walk through, try your hand at some Olympic sports, and just learn so much about the history, the nostalgia. Such a great place to visit, especially as we're going to be celebrating the Summer Olympics this summer. So I highly recommend it, right here in the heart of Colorado Springs. And you know, Colorado is one of those states that's just a great example of why so many people keep coming back to these great outdoor destinations. You can see Pikes Peak right behind me. The return of the world's highest cog rail, it starts at the bottom of that, takes you up to the top of Pikes Peak, where they have a brand new Summit Visitor Center with just some of the most amazing views. Also debuting in Colorado this summer is the longest single track mountain bike trail in the U.S. It goes nearly 6,000 feet, descending down some great backcountry trail in Palisade, Colorado. They also have new climbing routes debuting in Arapahoe Basin for those adventure seekers. And for those that want a little more luxury, the Rocky Mountaineer, which is the luxury train with great routes, is debuting a new Colorado route this summer that takes you from Denver all the way out to Moab. So there are just so many things to experience here that are new this year. So even if you came last summer to experience the great outdoors during the pandemic, there's lots new to see and experience here this summer as well.
I love Colorado. The scenery and mountains are just amazing. So let's get the details. Where will travelers be heading this summer?
Yeah, well, there are so many new things that are going to be drawing people to different parts of the country. Look, beaches and these outdoor destinations are really going to be kind of the big escapes this summer. Theme parks are also going to be big, so you can expect there's new attractions and new coasters at regional theme parks around the country, but also at the big ones like Universal and Disney, which are going to be big draws to Orlando this summer.
Are the destinations and travel suppliers ready for the high demand?
Yeah, this summer season is expected to be the busiest since the pandemic hit, back to 2019 levels. So there's a lot of pent-up demand, but we are seeing that suppliers like the airlines, the hotels, and the rental car companies are doing their best to really meet that demand. We're even seeing airlines adding routes to some of these smaller destinations, these outdoor escapes, places like Aspen, Vail, Crested Butte here in Colorado, because they know that these are the places where people are looking to come. So you don't usually see them adding routes to these smaller destinations, but it's just a sign of the times that people are really looking for these outdoor escapes this year.
I like to plan ahead, and I know others do too. So what should we be doing now for our summer trips?
Well, look, this is not the year to wait for those last-minute deals. This is the year that you want to plan and book now. If you haven't already and you're planning on traveling during those busier holiday weekends during the summer, you might be a bit behind the game. So make sure that you can be flexible with your travel dates if at all possible, but certainly make sure that you're making those reservations, not just for your airfare, your hotel, your car rental, but also the things that you want to do in these destinations. The fact is that a lot of the attractions and things that you want to experience, from theme parks to campgrounds, are still requiring reservations.
Do you have any other tips you can share?
You know, you should also think about when you're traveling this summer, making sure that you're still up on what protocols, restrictions, safety measures are in place in the local destinations you're going to visit. A lot of these destinations are having phased rollouts for, coming back this summer. So make sure that you're still aware of the protocols that are in place and for any measures that you need to take when you head out.
Where can viewers go for more information?
You can check me out on my website, which is theoutsideinsider.com, and follow me on social media at The Outside Insider.
Perfect. Thanks for the information and the updates. Enjoy Denver.
My pleasure.
As we get ready to hit the road this summer, many of us are looking to get a new car. Well, consider this. Nissan is about to release the latest version of their most iconic SUV.
The all-new 2022 Nissan Pathfinder is almost here. Nissan's iconic SUV is being assembled right here in America in Smyrna, Tennessee. With rugged, muscular new looks and seating for up to 8. The all-new 2022 Nissan Pathfinder provides the versatility and comfort needed for both weekday trips to school and weekend trips to the mountains. The 2022 Pathfinder will be in dealerships this summer, but you can start building yours now at nissanusa.com.
It's National Pet Month, and according to the 2019-2020 National Pet Owners Survey, 67% of U.S. households, or 85 million families, own a pet. During the pandemic, however, pet adoption jumped, and 93% of those with a pandemic pet reported a better sense of well-being, according to a new survey by Rover.com. They provide us with unconditional love and companionship, and Colleen Burns is here to share some ways we can give back to our pets and even suggest a service that will clone them for when the time comes. Hi, Colleen.
Hey there, Bo Peep and I are so excited. It's National Pet Month. It's a great time for pet parents to give back to these furry creatures of ours who love us unconditionally. One way to do that is dog treats. And I love these two new products from Nudges. They're all natural, jerky bones, jerky chews. They're easy to digest because there's no rawhide. And they're also longer lasting because of the layers of real chicken and now in the jerky chews, real beef. You can find them in the pet aisles at retail stores nationwide and also at nudgesdogtreats.com. Cleaning up pet hair, not my favorite thing to do as a pet parent, but I found a product that really helps with that at our house. Roomba I7 Plus robot vacuum. It docks and cleans itself automatically. And I can even create keep out zones to avoid pet dishes and other obstacles in the home. And get this, during shedding season, it will even remind me to clean more often. And if you're trying to keep pet hair to a minimum in your house, you might want to check out this product. These are called the hands-on gloves. They've got these wonderful little rubber nodules on the inside, so I can bathe Bo Peep and groom her without her really even knowing it. It also helps massage her muscles and increase her circulation. It keeps my hands clean as well. It's an award-winning product, and you can get 20% off right now and free shipping at handsongloves.com. And finally, thinking of losing your pet is a really hard thought as a pet parent, probably the hardest. And some people are considering cloning because of that as a way to have love last forever. Biogen Pets will store your pet's genetic material and for $1,600 and an annual fee, but it will keep that material on hand in case you do decide later you do want a pet or you do want to clone your dog or your cat. It's $50,000 for a dog, $35,000 for a cat. Not inexpensive, but if you consider the other members of your family you're spending money on, like for a college or a wedding, it may be reasonable for you. For more information about cloning and the other pet products we've been talking about today, you can visit dailylounge.com. Back to you.
Thanks, Colleen. With Memorial Day approaching, Chef Jamie Gwen, aka the Girl at the Grill, is here to break out her grilling tongs and share a few suggestions and tips about grilling, how to grill different meats and not meats, and shortcuts that will heighten flavors and let us savor the experience. Hi, Chef Jamie.
Hi there. We all know that chicken is one of the most popular proteins for grilling, and I like using Tyson brand fresh, boneless, skinless chicken breasts. I like it because it's 100% all natural, no antibiotics ever, farm-raised chicken. And I make this tangy garlic lime marinade, which is delicious for grilled chicken because it keeps it juicy and tender. Then any leftovers can be shredded to make you a culinary hero on Taco Tuesday. So good. For the marinade, go to Tyson.com. Now, plant-based protein options are more popular than ever, and you have to try the new delectable option from Raised and Rooted. It's a plant-based burger patty, and sausages too. They're made from pea protein and they grill up just like a regular burger. They have this delicious flavor and texture with 21 grams of protein and 75% less fat than traditional beef burgers. I make a mustard grilled double cheeseburger using the patties. it's a winner. And if you're more of a sausage person, Raised and Rooted has a new plant-based Italian sausage. Learn more at raisedandrooted.com. And if you're looking for something to switch things up, sausages and meatballs can be cooked on the grill for that delicious result. Adele's is known for its chef-inspired artisanal chicken, smoked sausage, and meatball varieties. They now have beef sausage links made with all premium natural ingredients. I make kebabs with fresh summer veggies using their cotija cheese and fire-roasted poblano smoked beef sausage link. Visit adels.com for recipe inspiration, and back to you.
Thank you.
We've got to take a quick break, but we've got lots more of the Jet Set still to come. Don't go anywhere.
Bobby!
I won't.
You don't want to miss it.
I think I was there.
The Jet Set is celebrating 200 episodes by giving away a free trip every day in the month of May. Enter to win a free vacation at thejetset.tv/free trip to win now. Hurry, contest ends May 31st.
A country music star wants to bring one of his concerts to your hometown. Chart-topping musician Lee Brice shares how he's partnered with Casey's to reward one lucky fan and what you have to do to win.
Hey everybody, I'm Lee Brice, and Casey's is proud to call your town home. Well, we've all been cooped up at home for a long time and away from live music, and this summer we're all craving some good food, good drinks, good company, and good music. Casey's is putting the free in freedom this summer and offering up a chance for me to come to your hometown for a free concert. And the Summer of Freedom sweepstakes does not stop there, y'all. Casey's Rewards members can instantly win millions of free prizes, including food, drinks, and bonus points. Be sure to pick up the Lee Brice combo with Casey's new barbecue chicken sandwich and a medium fountain drink for just $5. And the Casey's Parking Lot Party pizza deal with 2 single topping pizzas, cheesy breadsticks, and 2 2-liter bottles of soda for $24.99. Sign up for Casey's Rewards at caseys.com/summer or on the Casey's mobile app.
Every day in the month of May, we're giving away a free trip to celebrate our 200th show, which is next week.
That's amazing!
All you have to do is go to thejetset.tv/free trip to enter. Thanks for watching. Bye, everyone.
Enter?
You cannot enter.
Oh, come on.